And the first thing we're going to do is have you answer this popcorn quiz. When pop kernels can fly up and reach heights of up to how many feet?
I'm going to say 3 feet.
I'm gonna say 7.
All right, let's see. 3 feet is the correct answer. So, Francis, you are our winner and you'll be entered in to win a prize. And then here you'll see our list of faculty and staff members, and I'm going to go ahead and let Randy take over.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Randy Munson. I'm the head of history here at the college, and I want to encourage you all to explore, the field of history. We look at the past in order to inform the future, and we study past events, but we also engage a lot in reading and writing. We do analysis of events and documents. We then synthesize that information and come up with overall explanations for events. We're interested in timelines, of course, and that gives us sequence, and then the sequence gives us cause and effect. Studying history here at Pima, it will also introduce you to other cultures. For example, Western Civilization 1 has, it takes place in Africa, in Asia, and in Europe. So you are exposed to many other cultures when you take a history class, and we try to answer the big questions. Like, when did something happen, and why did it happen, and how did it happen? And by those, it gives us a greater understanding of our world. Through history, you gain a better understanding of yourself. It answers the question: how did I get to this point? What happened in my past that led me to this present? And then not only do you get a better understanding of yourself, but you have a better understanding of other people as well. So that's a thumbnail sketch of what history is all about. If you decide to study history, you would most likely do the Associated Arts, Liberal Arts degree, and you would look at the history pathway. And the history pathway will then set you up to transfer to the state universities, especially the U of A. And history classes on that pathway, the 4 basic ones are History 101 Western Civ, History 102 Western Civ, History 141 U.S. History, and then History 142 U.S. History 2. So that's the basic 4 courses that we offer here. We offer plenty of other courses, but those are the basic 4 if you decide to do the history pathway. So again, I want to welcome you, and I want to encourage you to check out history as a possibility. And I'll turn it over to Danielle.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Tiki. Sorry.
Tinica. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, I will remember this time.
It doesn't make sense in English. So I am Tinica Van Zandt. I am faculty in anthropology and archaeology here at Pima College, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. What can you do with anthropology and archaeology at Pima? So like Randy did, start off with, what is it? What is anthropology? Anthropology is the study of humans, and we're an incredibly broad field. We're really ambitious. We want to know everything about humans. So we study humans who are alive today. We study humans in the past. We do overlap a lot with history. History and anthropology are actually really close in some ways. We study human cultures and culture change and human diversity, and really that's what anthropology is. It's the study of human diversity. But we also study human biology and human biological change, evolution. So we really want to do it all. We want to know everything there is to know about humans, past and present, everywhere in the world, all through time. That's a lot. And so normally when you become an anthropologist, when you study anthropology, you focus in on one of those areas. You might study biological anthropology and look at human genetics and human evolution, or you might study cultural anthropology and look at diverse human cultures today, or linguistic anthropology and focus in on language, or archaeology and study the human past. Contrary to popular belief, archaeologists do not dig up dinosaurs. We study humans and what humans have done in the past. If you are interested in humans and you think that in the future you might be interacting with diverse humans, anthropology is a great field to study. We teach lots of general education classes. You don't even have to major in anthropology, but we do have 2 different things we focus on here at the college. If you do want to go and study anthropology, we just as Randy said, for history, you can do the liberal arts AA degree and follow the anthropology pathway to one of the universities to get a BA or BS degree in anthropology. The other thing we have at Pima College is that we teach field archaeology, and we offer a certificate in field archaeology. So the field archaeology certificate is a program you can complete in 1 or 2 years, depending on which version of it you decide to do. And it prepares you to get a job doing archaeology. You can get hired by archaeology companies and do archaeology. A lot of our students do both. They get a certificate. They also get an AA because it gives you more of a background in archaeology, if that's the part of anthropology you're interested in. One question I get asked all the time as an anthropologist. I have students who say, wow, anthropology sounds really cool, but what can I do with a degree in anthropology? Now, you could go on and become a professional anthropologist. You could become an archaeologist, or you could study cultural anthropology. You could become a college professor or work in a museum. Usually that requires at least a bachelor's degree. But anthropology is a great foundation for pretty much any other field you want to go into. It's understanding human diversity, understanding humans is great if you want to go into medicine. It's great for international business or law, social work. You could go work for a non-governmental organization like the Peace Corps or Doctors Without Borders. You could go into social work. It's a really good foundation for all sorts of getting an AA or a BA, great foundation for all sorts of other fields. And I'm an archaeologist. I like promoting our archaeology program. Our archaeology program is pretty unique in the country. Only a few colleges and universities teach people how to be archaeologists. We're one of them. U of A students who need to learn more archaeology, they come here. So I hope some of you decide that anthropology it sounds like fun. And if anybody has any questions, I'm always happy to answer them and promote anthropology more. Thanks.
Thank you, Tinica. And I think, did I get it right this time? Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Next we'll have Donna.
Hi, my name is Donna Kahn, and I am the program coordinator for early childhood and education as well as child development. We're a NACCE accredited AAS degree program, and NACCE is the National Association for the Education of Young Children. We offer transfer and direct employment tracks. We have online, in-person, virtual, and hybrid courses, and we have both full-time and part-time pathways as well. We have 2 certificates in our program. One is mainly for those who are looking to acquire the National Child Development Associate, or CDA, credential. This certificate is a prep for taking the test for that credential. Unfortunately, this certificate is not financial aid eligible, so a lot of students only take that if they are a current employee for Head Start programs, because Head Start will pay for them to take the courses. The other certificate that we have is the Early Childhood Assistant Educator Certificate. That one is covered by financial aid, and it's usually for those who want to start out working in childcares, preschools, group homes, but haven't yet gotten a degree. So they start with that because that certificate does merge directly into the AAS degree for early childhood. So you're taking courses that would apply toward a degree as well, but you can also get a certificate. The Associates of Applied Science degree is in early childhood education. It's one of those tracks that I mentioned that's a direct employment track. If someone is interested in going from the associate's degree directly into employment in childcare centers, preschools, group homes, to be like a lead teacher in those centers. The other 2 degrees that we have, one, well, it's a liberal arts degree, but it's for those interested in the early childhood pathway, or the other is a pathway for elementary education. We can also tailor a degree for those who are interested in teaching middle school or secondary, because we do work with our university partners for those tracks as well. So we offer a variety of options for the liberal arts pathway for those who are interested in becoming certified to teach in the public school. So early childhood would cover birth through 3rd grade. Elementary would be kindergarten through 5th for our program. And then secondary would be anything up through high school. So those are the different options that we have in our programs, that you can get degrees or certificates depending on your area of interest. We also are finalizing a pathway with NAU for an AAS to a BAS, which is a 75-45 program. That one is still in progress, so it's not an option currently, but it is in the works and in the final stages for that. So those are the different programs and certificates that we offer if you're interested in working with children in any capacity, whether it be teaching in a classroom, working in a childcare, group home, preschool, or if you're interested in working with children in other capacities. We've had students who have done combination degrees, so they've done culinary as well as early childhood, and they teach cooking to children. So those are the different options that we have. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, we'll have Tirza.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tirza Sanders, and I am the manager for the Post-Bac Teacher Certification Program. It sounded like no one here had a bachelor's degree, so I'll be quick. If you end up going to university and getting your bachelor's degree and you decide you want to be a teacher, afterwards, then we offer a post-bac teaching certificate. So you can come back around to us. And the cool thing about our program is you can start working as a teacher immediately. So let's say you're an English major and you graduate from the university and you're not sure what you want to do, and you think you may want to teach English to high school. Then you can come back and email me, and I can get you an alternative teaching certificate. So you can start working as a teacher right away while you're enrolled in classes to ultimately get your certification. So it ends up being about 1.5 to 2.5 year part-time program, fully online, mostly for people who are working as teachers full-time while they're in the program, but you can also start without teaching and then eventually get a job teaching as well, whatever you're comfortable with. So if you know anybody who has a bachelor's degree in any area, is interested in teaching elementary or secondary, special ed, then we can get them a teaching certificate so they can start teaching right away while they're working for their permanent certificate. And right now, there's extremely high demand for teachers. You could pretty much get a job tomorrow. There are lots of openings in pretty much every area. Special ed and math and science are our highest demand areas, but there's super high demand in elementary schools and middle schools as well, and really any subject. It is a great job where you're making a difference and having a lot of fun with great benefits. Maybe not necessarily the highest of pay, but really good job security and really good benefits. And you stay young working with kids. So I'll give it back to you, Danielle.
Thank you everyone for sharing. And I want to open up the floor to our students. Do you have any questions for our faculty/staff members? No, doesn't look like it. I don't see any messages in the chat.